Hey there, people of the internet. It's Gmo. I'm doing a walk around in my father's 1965 Chevrolet Monza convertible Corvair. It's being sold as part of his estate. And I wanted to just get a really good last record of it for myself and for my mom. We just can't keep it, unfortunately. My dad left a lot of stuff, a lot of things, a lot of cool stuff, and he left this really beautiful car that he restored from the ground up. He also left me that ramp side over there, 1963. That I'm keeping forever. I had to make a decision. Could only keep one, and I picked the ramp side. I know they're more in demand right now, but my dad loved it. He had a load side back in 2012, and he regretted selling it every day. And that's what led to him buying the ramp side you see there. This car has won seniors at the National Corvair Convention, and just about any show you'd take it to, he'd win. Best of show, first, second, and whatever class he was in. I'll try to pop this trunk one-handed. There we go. There we go. It's been beautifully restored inside and out. I mean, he put a lot of love and effort into this car. So my mom and I wanted to see it go to a home where it's going to be driven and it's going to be taken care of, because that's what it deserves. And here's some of the trophies that he's had. That box is full of smaller trophies. This is what I want to show off. See if I can get this where it's more easily seen out here in the sunlight. That's how he found it. He found it literally as a shell. A place about 30 or so miles from where my parents lived. He did 100% full restoration. I mean, this thing is amazing. The only thing he didn't do himself is the final paint work. I can't remember where he got it done, but I mean, it looks beautiful. I don't know if I can even do it justice. I mean, it is sparkle. It needs a good buff and detail. It's been sitting covered. It sat for about a year while he was on his last deployment before he passed away. And about 6 or 7 months ago, my uncle came down and we got it to fire up. Didn't take very much effort. It took about half an hour of adjusting a few little things, and she fired right up. Taking it out for a couple drives, but still has a little bit of bad gas in it. Put some seafoam in it and some fresh gas, and it runs better and better every time we take it out. It just needs more gas and more love, more driving around. Let me close this. Ugh. That's always such a pain to do one-handed. I'll have to come back and do that. I'm not gonna waste too much time doing that. I want to show everybody, you know, the biscuits in the rear that all the old fogies care about. It's got a 140 in it. It's the second 140 it's had. Previous one was doing the Corvair thing and it was weeping a little bit of oil. So my dad had rebuilt this motor with a bunch of NOS parts he bought from one of his friends. We're talking literally like a 12 by 12 shed full of NOS parts. And he had all the stuff he needed to rebuild this. So he did that last year before his final deployment when he passed away. I mean, it is nice. It is a nice car. We'll go inside and show the interior off a little bit. Some be a little difficult to see with the top up, but it's hard to take the top down by myself holding a camera, so I'm not gonna do that. Car covers in the back. I mean, it's nice. White seats, blue carpet. Get in here so we can check this out. Got one of the wooden steering wheels. Where's the lights? He has a Corsa dash in here. You got your clock. All the temp gauges, oil pressure, that kind of stuff. Really nice. Really nice. Tissue holder. Nothing fancy in the glove box. Got one of the nicer radios to go in it that matches. I don't know if this is an original option or not, but this little center console is really nice too. There's something else in here that my dad was going to install, but not 100% sure what it is. Let's see if I can get it out. Oh, it's like an equalizer. It's probably big buku bucks. I don't know, it's going with the car. It's going with the car. Get the front with the headlights on. She's pretty. She is pretty. Turns heads. Everywhere it goes. You can't go for a drive in this and not get a compliment. Thumbs up, smiles, waves. Stopped at the gas station, multiple. Man, I like your car. I'm like, yeah, me too. It was my dad's. But it's a real beaut. Let's see if we can fire her up. Oh, if I can find the keys. It takes about 10 minutes to get her warmed up, or she's idling right. My grandfather tells me it's just a 140 thing. I don't know if you guys could see that, but he did the disc conversion on the front that a lot of people that drive their Corvairs do. He did it to the truck too. It's got little disc brakes on the front. So he would daily drive this. When he was home, he had a newer Silverado, but he loved driving this thing. This is his work truck. He drove it 50 plus miles every time he drove it. And I'm really happy to have it. This really isn't a video for this, but it's just too cool not to add in. So he had the interior all reupholstered, this like tealish color, and he wanted to paint it some sort of teal or blue on the outside, which I'm gonna stick with that. When we're in a position to get it painted, we're absolutely gonna do this. Put this up right and finish it. But I'm still gonna drive this, so when we get it painted, we're gonna probably go to a family friend and I'm gonna say, all right, man, I don't want your best paint job. I want your 10-foot paint job that is not too cost prohibitive, because I'm going to drive this. And if it's too nice and it ends up like this, it won't get driven, and that's the problem. This car is so nice and has won so many accolades. That shows that my father was afraid to drive it. So he only drove it maybe like a dozen times the past 10 years. Just going to like local cruisings, but it had to be like perfect weather, perfect everything, not too busy. It gets really busy here during tourist season, so He just was afraid somebody would mess it up. And I understand completely. It's a freaking beautiful car, and I would hate for this to get messed up. So just decided that it needs a new home. So this is more of a record for me, and like I said, for my mom. A lot of fond memories with this car, but it's going to be off to its new home here in the next week or so. And I just wanted to get a last video record of it before she goes to her new home. I hope you guys like looking at my dad's car. I sure do. I'm definitely going to miss it, but I'm excited for it to go somewhere where it's going to be taken care of and loved and driven every damn week. Every damn day even. That would be awesome. Thanks for watching, guys.